If you think you could change an addict, you're wrong because you can't. You cannot change an addict no matter how much love you give them, no matter how much time you give them, no matter how many chances you give them, no matter what, you cannot change them. I mean, you can't change them. I mean, the guilt is real. You sit there and you be like, oh my goodness, but what if I, do more and maybe they wouldn't go so hard on drugs or alcohol, maybe if I, just don't say much and just kind of keep my mouth closed and let them just do what they do and they'll come back. But you know what? If you notice though, they get worse and worse. So, you have to understand the person who you knew at that time, they're gone. I mean, mentally, they're gone. I mean, it's been times I know some people out there saying, like, dang, I've tried everything, and you have. You tried everything. I mean, even to the point of some people out there that I've seen as well that will even try to control paychecks or control money so they won't walk out the door and spend all the money or, spend everything, where they can get their drugs and alcohol and things of that nature, and you try to take money and try to help them out so they won't go off and ruin things, right? But then they come back for the money that they gave you, and sometimes instead of want to fight and argue with them and everything like that, they try to get violent. So you just say, here, take your money because I'm not going to deal with this anymore. Or sometimes you just be like, okay, I'm gonna stand strong, I'm not giving you anything, but I'll give it to you tomorrow or whenever I see you sober again, I give you the rest of your money. But also too, I know it's some people out there that also knows that you can have their money and you can have whatever and they'll just walk away and leave with the clothes on their back. Sometimes they don't take any money, they don't take anything because they get what they want when they out there. I mean, money is not an option for them. When they want their drugs and they want their alcohol, they find a way to get it. So, a lot of times, we just really think that we can fix an addict, and that is wrong. We cannot fix them. We can't, no matter how much we love. Um, and a lot of times people are like, well, I just don't want to walk away. I just don't want to leave them. I just don't want to, give up on them. I mean, especially when you've been with someone for like 20 years or 10 years or whatever, you have like a long history, right? You have a long history and you've been with this person for a long time and you just can't see yourself like, goodness, I don't want to walk away from them because, like we were together for so long, or I've known them for so long, or that's my sister or my brother or my mother or my father or my family member or my friend, my best friend. That version of them is no more. That version of them, at least, is not no more right now while they're in their addiction. So who you're grieving that is still alive, I mean, that's they're no more. I mean, that's not them. You're holding on to a shell of a person that's not even them anymore. So the person that you're holding on to be honest with you, it's like an illusion. I mean, it's not them, until they get right. And, like I said in the beginning of this video, it doesn't matter how much you love them. It doesn't matter how much you care. It doesn't matter how much sacrifice you give them. It doesn't matter if you're there for them unconditionally. It doesn't matter because in their addiction, they're still going to feel like they're alone and no one is there to help them. And they're great manipulators. So, they just going to feel that way. And because of the drug and the alcohol or whatever, it does something to their mind where they don't have much of empathy for anyone. So, if you're looking for empathy, your tears don't matter to them. Your tears doesn't matter. Your sorrow doesn't matter to them. Your financial ruin doesn't matter to them. I mean, your bills doesn't matter to them. Your kids doesn't matter to them, and they could be their children. I mean, I'm not going to say that they don't love them, but they don't care about them either. They don't care about you. I mean, yeah, okay, they might love you, but while they're in addiction, you're not their first love. Their kids are not their first love. Their mother is not their first love. Their first love is their addiction. And it's not because you're not good enough or anything like that. It's just they chose the addiction over everybody, over everything. So you gotta not beat yourself up thinking that it's your fault, or you did something wrong, or they just don't love you no more and things of that nature, because I could tell you that's simply not the case. It's just the person who they are. It's just not the version of who you remember. That's not them, and you just have to understand that. And a lot of times we sit there and we think that we could fix them if we just hang on now, right? Just hang on and maybe it'll get better, and maybe I can show them, this is the way you do it. But listen, don't waste your time. They have to get clean. They have to do what they need to do on their own. There's nothing that you can do, no matter how many tears you drop, no matter no matter how many sleepless nights that you sleep. There's nothing that's really going to touch them and phase them unless it's dealing with themselves. They have to really, really have something that's going to hit them personally. And to be honest with you, it cannot be you that's going to hit them personally, emotionally. They have to do this on their own. And I'm not saying all people that has addiction is like that, because you got a lot of successful stories out there that people are, they clean and never touch it again, and there's some great people. But you got a lot of people out there that is going through this, and they have family members, they have loved ones, they have, husband and wives and children. I mean, this touches the community. I mean, this touches everyone. So I'm just saying that, if you think you can fix an addict, you're wrong. You cannot fix them. Only God and themselves can fix themselves. So I'm just saying, just hold on. And you know what? And sometimes you just got to walk away. Sometimes you just got to leave. You got to just leave. Either that or continue to take the abuse, the mental abuse, and the no peace. So I'm just saying, I hope somebody hear this, and I hope it helps someone. And and I'm praying for you, and Jesus love everyone, and God bless everybody. I really, truly, truly mean that, because this is a hard topic, and I know a lot of people's going through it. So I'm praying for everyone. I really, truly am. So um, please like and subscribe, and it'll be really, 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 really good, really awesome. So Jesus love you guys, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video.